Hello, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, but I have missed you guys. I am so happy to be back on here. And if you're new to my channel, stop right there, click that subscribe button. If you don't like me after this video, you can unsubscribe. But before you forget, go ahead and do that. Now, today's video, I want to discuss three myths. I want to actually dispel 3 myths about getting mental health help. 3 myths about it. Now, in a few of my videos, I have mentioned my personal struggle with anxiety and depression, and I wanted to touch on that a little bit more and just kind of encourage anyone who may be struggling with it to go get help. But I can tell you, and I can speak from my experience. I'm sorry if I'm looking. I have a screen over there that I keep looking at. But if I can speak from my own personal experience as to why I did not get help as soon as I should have. And so I want to just dispel those myths because I was absolutely missing. Number one, myth is that people will think I'm crazy. When I tell you I was scared to go to the psych office because I did not want people looking at me crazy. I did not want the receptionist judging me. What the heck? If you in there, this is me now saying to myself back then. If we in here together, we both signed in, we both going through the struggle. So judge if you need to. And to the receptionist, I'm sure you've seen worse, girlfriend. So that's what I say to them now. But yeah, so back then, oh my gosh, I was so afraid. I didn't even want to park near the psychiatrist's office because I was like, I don't want anybody to recognize my car going in here. So y'all, let's get rid of that myth. So what? Let's meet that with a so what. Because you know, people gonna think you crazy regardless. You don't have to be at a psychiatrist's office for people to think you crazy. Heck, when they just see me walking down the street with 5 kids, they think I'm crazy. Okay? When they see, I don't know, when they see if you dyed your hair purple, they're gonna think you're crazy. If you got too many tattoos, they're gonna think you're crazy. Girl, get your help. Oh boy, how you doing? Get your help and don't worry about what other people are gonna think or what you think that they're going to think, right? And then even while I was in therapy, the beginning of my therapy sessions, like the earlier days, I would be scared to cry because I'm like, I don't want to keep crying. What is she thinking when I cry, my therapist? They had a whole big box of tissue and she shut me down. She's like, girl, I got a closet full of tissues. You ain't the only one. You ain't the first, you ain't the last. So guys, don't be scared to go get mental help because of what you think others might think. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go post it on Facebook, tag yourself at your therapist's office and type in hashtag getting my life right. You ain't got to do all that. I got somebody coming. You don't have to do all that, but you can go ahead and get your help. You know, you tell who you want to tell and do the work. Do the work. That's what's important, is doing the work. So let's get to number 2. Myth number 2, if they find out what I'm thinking, they're going to take my kids. Y'all, again, I'm speaking from me, what I've been through. This is how I felt. There were times when, sorry, I want to make sure nobody was listening. If I'm very real, there were times when I felt, don't hear what I'm not saying. There were times when I felt like death was better than what I was going through. So that's more of what they call suicidal ideation, which is you know, as I told, eventually, it took me years to get here, but I eventually told one of my doctors that I really, like, if something happened to me today, I would not be mad about it. I was just ready. I told her I was ready. And I'm gonna probably tear up because that's really sad. Me personally, I could not take my life myself. I couldn't. I have 5 children and a husband. Like, I would hate for any of them to feel like it was their fault. So that was my saving grace through it all. But I was always afraid to tell somebody that I had those thoughts because I thought they would think that I was crazy and take my kids. But the reality is, y'all, foster care is packed. They don't just go taking kids for no reason now. You know, of course they ask you, are you going to hurt anybody else? Now, if I say, yes, I want to do something to one of my kids, of course that may be a sign. And if you are feeling that way, you know, maybe you might need a little break, and that's okay. That's okay. So then, so I had to hit, in my own journey through this, I had to hit that, I guess you consider it rock bottom, where I said, I threw caution to the wind. I said, you know what? If they put me in a mental ward, then so be it. It's what I need, because I felt that bad. Felt that bad. So I went into the doctor's office that day in my mind thinking that I was going to be shipped off to a mental ward because of the way I was feeling. And surprisingly, that's not what she did. She was, my therapist was very, very, very understanding and talked me through it. And we worked through did a few exercises to help me feel a little better. And I'm sorry if my voice is shaky. This is very personal to me, even though I'm smiling. Okay, I can do this. But yeah, so we worked through some exercises, and she just, kind of encouraged me and just, take your rest. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are fit, do not be afraid to tell your therapist or doctor, whoever you're seeing. Don't be afraid to tell them anything for fear of that they're going to take your kids. Okay? Because you will be surprised that the reaction you may get. And again, like I said, I had hit that point to where I said, if maybe I do need to go to a mental ward, maybe I do need to take a time out from life. And I just prepared for that. So yeah, so don't be scared of that, y'all. Get the help you need, because at the end of the day, you can't be good for anybody else. I'm such a crybaby. You can't be good for anybody else unless you get yourself together. So yeah, that's number 3. They're going to medicate me, and I'll be crazy. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Y'all probably like, this girl's wild. Y'all, don't be scared of medicine. If you need it, you need it. So what? Again, I was so ashamed that if anybody found out that I take Zoloft. If anybody found out that I took antidepressants, that they would think I was crazy. And I vividly remember a very, very dear friend of mine. I'm so close to her. We had really gotten close, and I was so scared to tell her that I was diagnosed with depression and that I take medicine, because we would watch each other's kids, and I was like, oh man, she's not gonna want me to watch her kids, or she's gonna stop wanting to be around me. And so I held it off, and finally one day, I don't know what happened, I just kind of eased in and told her, and we've gotten even closer. Those who really care about you, those who really love you, those who really have your best interests at heart will not judge you for doing what you need to do. There are some people that are 100% against medicating, and there are some people that are over medicated. I don't deny that. However, I'm just encouraging you to dispel that myth that taking medication is the only route, or that taking medication is going to make you crazy or whatever. For me, medication has helped me make it through the days. I am planning on tapering off soon, just for personal reasons, but it's been very, very helpful for me, and just helping to keep my productivity going. There was another point I wanted to mention about taking medication. Now, there are some people that do awesome with yoga, or they have their diet tight, or they just have some outlet that to where they don't need medicine, to where they're able to manage their depressive symptoms with those natural remedies, or with essential oils, and all of that is wonderful. And I pray that one day I am where you are. That's you. In the meantime, in between time, my life is very, very, very fast paced right now. I have a lot on my plate, and currently I need to be medicated. Okay? Now, the caveat to that is that you need to find, of course, your right medicine. My medicine, for me, like I said, Zoloft works for me. It may not work for everybody else, but I just don't want you to close yourself to the idea of medication for fear of these things that we've been told that medication can do to you or whatever. And yeah, girls, I can't stress enough, get your help, get your healing. Okay, my blog that I started, depressedmommy.com, it's depressed mommy living well, because I'm determined that despite what, and I said it in my first blog post, despite what my medical records saying, I'm going to live a great life. And yeah, and I hope that you guys do too. And I just want to encourage you, forget these things that we build up in our brain. Forget that, as far as reasons why we're not getting our help. forget it. What I wanted to say was the medicine. If you think about it, people who are diagnosed with hypertension, which is high blood pressure, or diabetes, they are sometimes prescribed medicine. I actually take blood pressure medicine. Now, there are probably natural ways. I'm working on losing weight and eating better and all of those things, which will eventually maybe possibly alleviate the need for medicine. Just as that's not working properly, I'm taking medicine. This here, my most important organ, if it's not working properly, so to speak, or it's working differently, or it's causing me to want to die, okay, I'm being real, I might need to get some medicine. And that was the conversation I had with myself, is that if I had broken a leg, or if my leg was in pain, I would take Motrin or whatever pain reliever I had. My brain has some pain, I'm going to take medicine for it. I'm going to seek help for it. I'm not going to just ignore it. Lastly, and what I wanted to say is that some people believe if you seek help outside of the Bible that you are not a Christian. And to that, I say, use a lie. Use a whole lie. Because whole, WHOLE, not the garden tool, whole. You're a whole lie. Because let's not forget that God created people, and he created these doctors that are there for us. There's he gets it. If you read there, I wish I could think of the name. There were several people in the Bible that it wasn't said to be depression, but their actions were that of a depressed person. So don't listen to that. Do I encourage prayer? Absolutely. As a Christian, I encourage prayer. I encourage devotion. I encourage church attendance. Okay. But so me seeking out a doctor does not negate my love for Christ. And it doesn't. You may not be a Christian. You may be Muslim. You may be Buddhist. You may be, I don't know. Seeking help does not go against those things. Okay. Seeking medical help, it just doesn't. And I hope that you guys just kind of take heed to what I'm saying, and hopefully this maybe encourages somebody to go ahead and make that appointment and pull up to that office, because I know it can be hard, child. I know it can be hard, but I promise you, anybody that's judging you, they don't even matter. Okay, so do what you need to do for you, and I will talk to y'all later. Again, visit me. I can't stop saying it enough. Visit me on my blog, depressedmommy.com, depressedmommy.com, y'all. Meet me over there, and I'll be there, and I'll be here, and all my social media handles and stuff are below. Don't know. Bars. Your girl's flowing, and I don't even be knowing where I'm going. So I'll talk to y'all later.